Hey, what's that corny phrase that people use? They be saying, "Are you not entertained?" Right? People love saying that, right? Let me poke holes in people's logic here. I don't get it. I'm trying to understand people's stupid logic. So, people feel like Cody Rhodes beating Reigns feels too predictable, right? Hold on. All year long, you have literally been writing the Sami Zayn and a KO storyline. All year long, you've been saying KO and Sami are going to beat the Usos. So by your logic, this match might go down as the most predictable outcome in wrestling history. Who in that building thought the Usos were going to win? So by your logic, you are saying Cody Rhodes beating Reigns feels too predictable. He should go over 1,000 days, right? Wow, that's so stupid. Hold on. Since last summer, this story has been written. Sami, KO, were going to face the Usos at WrestleMania and beat them. Since last summer, people have predicted this outcome. This outcome has been predicted. So by your logic, why didn't they wait till SummerSlam to drop those belts? You see how dumb that sounds? See, when you are hot, you gotta strike while the iron's hot. Sami and KO are hot, which makes sense. Drop the belts to those guys because they are hot. But them dethroning Usos, that was predictable. Too predictable. Even more predictable than Reigns and Cody Rhodes. So, how can a predictable match not be fun to watch? This match was very fun to watch, but it was very predictable, but you still have fun watching, even though you knew the outcome, right? So why are these marks being so negative towards Cody Rhodes by saying he's not gonna beat Reigns, but you just said all year long Sami and KO were going to be the tag team champions. So by your logic, that's predictable. We see it coming. So get ready tomorrow, man. Get ready. Get ready for the nightmare era. Just face the facts. Get ready for the nightmare era, bitch. Just get ready. You ain't gotta like it, but you better live with it, or just don't watch. Let me say this once again. Let me tell you a fun fact. Next week, they will be showing the Dusty Rhodes documentary next week on TV. That's a weird coincidence. Why would they place that next week? If you think the outcome is not going to be in Cody's favor. Like I said, just shut the hell up and just enjoy the show. That's it. Sit back and watch and just shut the hell up and just enjoy the show. Who cares if it's predictable? These guys are going to put on a great match. Just like the Usos and Sami and KO. We knew the outcome, but the match was still fun to watch. Just enjoy it. Listen, I said today that Roman has already gone over 1,000 days. On commentary tonight, they said the Usos have already gone over 1,000 days. That's a weird coincidence that I said that on the same day they said it. How did the Usos go over 1,000 days as tag team champions? Because they beat Dom and Ray for those tag team titles a year ago, which means these guys are over 1,000 days at this point as tag team champions. Same as Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns has already gone over 1,000 days as world champion. If you count the 900 plus days as the Universal Champion and you add that with his days as the Raw World Champion, that's over 1,300 days, man. That's over 1,300 days already. He's gone well over 1,000 days as world champion of the WWF. So his time has gone, his time has passed. He's already gone over 1,000 days. Do your math. He beat Brock last year. That was a year ago. How many days are in a year? Okay, so do the math. Add 365 to an already 900. That's 1,300 days, idiots. He's already passed 1,000 days. He's going down. Just accept it and just have fun watching the match. That's it. But to go back to the first match, right? The first match that caught my eye, it was Cena and Austin Theory. Now, I felt like Theory, he should have lost this match. Because, do you care? Did you care that he beat Cena? I didn't. Did that audience care that he beat Cena? No. That crowd was hot for John Cena. That crowd wanted John to beat him. But Theory did give John Cena an excuse for a rematch because he didn't beat John clean. He gave him a low blow, which actually opens the door for a future rematch. But I felt like Theory, he should have lost this title. We would have cared more that he lost to John Cena. But the fact that he beat him in a predictable fashion, who cares? I don't care. Do you care? No. John should have won this match. You would have cared. Theory was better off chasing John Cena, but he beat him with a low blow, whatever. He didn't beat John clean. I felt like this match was very anticlimactic, which means I was right. John should have beat him. But once again, this match was very predictable, but you still enjoyed it. Just shut the hell up and just enjoy Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns. Just enjoy it for what it is. Every match in night one was very predictable. But did you care? No. You still have fun watching. That's the point. But let's talk about Logan Paul and Seth Rollins. Now, I knew Seth was going to win. But, dude, look. Logan Paul will resign. Why is this even a talking point? If this is a talking point, that means it's a work. Why is this being talked about? Whether or not he's going to resign. Dog, he's going to resign. Let's stop talking about it. You are being worked. He's not going anywhere. Where is he going to go? He's done with, look, he's done with boxing. So what is he going to do? He wrestles what? 3 times a year. He ain't going nowhere. So stop talking about it. You are being worked. This will be added to a storyline. Whether or not he's going to resign. This is a storyline, Marks. Don't get worked. He will resign. The hell? But this was a very good match. Great match. Look, man, I predicted Logan Paul was going to be a star before anybody else. I got videos with proof telling you this guy is the real deal. He has great size, great charisma. He's very, very athletic. I said he's better than 95% of the AEW roster. That's what I said. Facts. He is better. People have the nerve to say when he first signed, they said, oh man, I don't like this. He's going to take away a spot from a young talent. Okay, who? Whose spot did Logan Paul take? That you would rather see face Seth Rollins tonight, idiots. Who? Whose spot did he take? That's crying backstage. Who? You can't name them. So he took nobody's spot. He's better than half that roster. And he's a rookie. And I love that they added KSI. I love that they are starting to bring in YouTube stars because they draw. They bring in more eyes. That's what Triple H wanted to do. He wanted to bring in more YouTube stars, which he should. YouTube stars, they draw more than his current roster. Let that sink in. So Logan Paul ain't going nowhere. Stop talking about him. He will resign. It's a storyline. But this was a very, very great match. Logan Paul is the real deal. Put some respect on Logan Paul's name. He's better than half of your favorite wrestlers right now. And I loved that he did the GTS. That was a shot at CM Junk. And I'm glad he did it. Hey, look, man. I wouldn't rule out the possibility. Right? Yeah, I don't know, man. I wouldn't rule out the possibility Logan Paul did that on purpose. I wouldn't rule out the possibility, man. I've seen crazier things. Look, man, I'm just trying to throw it out there. I wouldn't rule out the possibility, man. Logan Paul versus CM Junk. This dude did the GTS. That was random. That was very random. I didn't expect that. But overall, this was a very great match. Paul is very athletic, man. He is super athletic. He's like a white Ricochet. Seriously, he is a white Ricochet when it comes to how athletic he is. So overall, this was a great match. Now, I want to talk about Dom versus Ray. That was also a great match. I love that Ray paid tribute to Eddie G. I felt like that was a shot at Dom because Dom has been crying about wanting Eddie G to be his real father. So I kind of felt like that was kind of a shot at Dom. Like, look, man, Eddie is not coming back through that door. I'm your father right now. You got to accept it. Eddie is not coming back. That's what I felt like. That's why I felt like that's why he brought out that lowrider. Man, I'm telling you, man, Dom, he learned so much how to be a heel from his real father, Eddie G. He was a great heel in this match. But my one takeaway, I felt like his sister should have gotten more involved. I felt like I didn't like that his mom gave him that slap. Because I felt like, dude, he just freaking threw a drink in his sister's face. I'm like, bruh, she gotta get some revenge. I felt like Aaliyah should have gave Dom that slap and not his mom. It's like, bruh, he is in a fight with his stepfather. So it's like, bruh, it's like, why is it getting double teamed by his parents? That should have been Aaliyah. Aaliyah should have got that slap, not his mom. That made no sense. It's like, I'm like, bruh, you just threw a drink in your sister's face. Where's her revenge? And I knew Ray was going to win based on the fact that this is his Hall of Fame week. So why would we have him lose during his Hall of Fame week? So obviously Ray was going to win. But I did like the Bad Bunny spot. I think their next pay-per-view, I think it's a Backlash. I think it's going to be Ray and Bad Bunny versus Priest and Dom. I think that's going to be the next tag match. I don't think Dom and Ray are done. And I think this coming War Games, I think it's going to be the LWO versus the Judgment Day. I think the next pay-per-view is going to be in Puerto Rico. So yeah, I think it's going to be Bad Bunny with Ray teaming against Dom and Damian Priest. But this was a very, very good match, man. Dom is getting better and better. Dude, this dude should have been a heel from day one. He knows how to be a heel. His idol is Eddie G. So obviously he knows how to be a heel. Now, when it comes to Rhea versus Flair, that match was very predictable. I knew Rhea was going to win. Like, obviously. Now, Rhea versus Charlotte Flair, that was a great match. I think that was Charlotte Flair's best ever WrestleMania match. Honestly, that was the best female WrestleMania match of all time. It's going to be hard to top that match. That was Rhea's best match ever. That match was physical, tons of great near falls. That match was very, very physical. That was a man match. That was a dude match. They fought like men. They fought like men in a good way. That was like, man, that was a physical ass match. You got to go back and watch it. I'll admit, I was very, very worried when Charlotte actually kicked out of the Riptide. I was like, oh, wow, like, hold on. Will she win? But this was the right outcome. And obviously, Dom will be on SmackDown with his girl. I mean, Rhea has a bright future. Now, I think Charlotte will be on Raw. I think her next feud will be with Bianca Belair. But this was a very, very good match. Now, what do I think about The Miz versus Pat McAfee? Man, it feels like The Miz is very, very comfortable with his current spot. I don't think he has no issues with how he's being used. People think he's being buried. I don't think so. Look, man, The Miz is a cowardly heel. How he's being booked since being with Triple H, it's like, dog, it fits his character. Look, The Miz is bulletproof. You can't hurt The Miz. The Miz will never be buried. Based on how he acts, based on his character. That's The Miz. You can't bury The Miz. It's like The Miz is like John Cena. He is bulletproof. It don't matter if The Miz goes on a huge streak where he's losing. It don't matter. If Miz won a title tomorrow, you would care and you have no issue with it. That's how over The Miz is. The Miz is bulletproof. You cannot hurt The Miz. So The Miz getting beat by Pat McAfee, who cares? The Miz always recovers based on his character. His character can take a loss. His character can be beaten by Bad Bunny. He was beat by Bad Bunny. And guess what? Did that bury him? No. He is The Miz. He is a cowardly heel who does a lot of comedy. You see, Pat McAfee, he needs to read the room. He needs to realize that there's a lot of people that don't like Aaron Rodgers. And the more you keep ass kissing for Aaron Rodgers, the more people are not going to like you. That was the weakest Pat McAfee crowd reaction I've ever heard. I blame that on Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers and him are best friends. People don't like that because people see Pat as an ass kisser. He is a yes man. That's why people are starting not to like Pat McAfee. He is a yes man for Aaron Rodgers, who people don't like as it is. So there's a match that I didn't care about. It was Alita, Trish, Becky versus Bayley and her two chicks. Honestly, I didn't care about the match because I knew the outcome. But Trish, man, dude. Look, man. Trish is the greatest female wrestler of all time. I don't care what anybody else says. She is the real GOAT. I don't care what anybody says, man. She's the best. every time she comes back, she can go. I don't know what it is, man. Every time she comes back, she looked just as good as she did back in her prime. It's like, to me, I felt like Trish had the best performance out of this match. Trish is the GOAT, man. She needs to wrestle at least once a year, man. I would love to see Trish Stratus wrestle at least once a year, like John Cena. At least. Trish was very, very great in this match. Now, let's talk about the Usos versus Sammy Hogan and Kevin Owens. Look, man, what's up with Sammy Hogan? That's what he is. He is Sammy Hogan. It's like, this dude kicked out of the 1D. It's like, this dude took tons of punishment. And then, dog, go back and watch. This dude hulked up like Hogan. Facts. Go back and watch it. I'm dead ass serious. That must have been, dog, that was a troll, man. That was a huge troll. This dude kicked out of the 1D, I think, right? And then he got up and he hulked up like Hulk Hogan. That's what I mean. He is Sammy Hogan. Why is Triple H trying to book this guy as Hulk Hogan? I don't get it. It's like KO and Sammy was just after move after move. How can you kick out of a double Uso splash? And then the damn 1D, like a KO got put through a table and he still came back? KO did not sell that table spot. That's what I didn't like. But overall, they made Sammy and KO seem like they was Savage and Hogan. KO was freaking Randy Savage, and Sammy was Hulk Hogan. Seriously, they were the freaking mega powers. Literally, they were the mega powers in this match. It's like, they didn't sell a damn thing, bro. I don't care what anybody else, I don't care what anybody else says. They didn't sell a damn thing, bro. How can you take 25 super kicks, a damn table spot, multiple finishes, and you still win? You still kick out? How is that possible? Right? That's what I mean. This all goes back to his match with Reigns. Why did Sami Zayn look like Hulk Hogan? What's going on here? It's like he looked too strong during his match. That was ridiculous. How the hell did KO and Sami win? The Usos were dominating this match. They were dominating. They got their ass whooped. Sami and KO, they got their ass whooped. They barely got any offense in, so I'm like, huh? How in the hell did they win? Sammy got his ass whooped. And they still won. Like, look, this match was fun to watch, but it was very predictable. Crazy predictable. But why is Sami Zayn the new Hulk Hogan now? It's like, this dude, he is not selling a damn thing. He don't sell nothing. This dude was freaking hulking up. This dude got the 1D and he got up and just hulked up. I swear to God, go back and watch. Man, dog, the Usos did their finishing move on Sami Zayn and he kicked out and he got right back up. Just like Hogan or the damn Warrior. What's going on here? Dog, he is Sammy Hogan now. That's what he is, Sammy Hogan. But overall, this match was fun to watch, but at the same time, very predictable. So by that logic, what beef do you have with Roman versus Rhodes? Right? You just said that tag team match was very predictable. But you still have fun watching. Listen, if you have fun watching multiple predictable matches tonight, then you gotta shut the hell up about Reigns and Rhodes. Just shut the hell up and just accept it. Whatever. Just accept it. You accepted KO and Sammy. So just keep that same energy. That match was so predictable. Holy crap. But overall, it was a fun match. This was a great night one. Great night one. I had no issue with it. But I didn't like the fact that KO and Sammy were not selling a damn thing. They were not selling nothing. I'm like, what the hell is this? It felt like I was watching the damn Mega Powers. But my main flaw with this match was, man, there were too many super kicks. Seriously, too many super kicks to a point where, man, I never saw the Young Bucks do all these super kicks. I'm like, dude, let that sink in. Look, man, I love the Usos. Usos are way better than the Bucks. But I gotta say this. They do too many super kicks. Even more than the Young Bucks. It's like, bro, this felt like a PWG match. But, dude, they gotta chill with those super kicks. I'm like, bruh, y'all gotta chill with that, bro. But this was a very good match. But I wish they could have slowed down on the constant super kicks to the face. It felt like I was watching a second version of the Royal Rumble. Seriously, it felt like I was watching a second version of the Royal Rumble. Remember when Jimmy and Jay gave Kevin Owens like freaking 25 super kicks? I'm like, bro, the Usos did that to Kevin Owens at the Rumble, gave him 25 super kicks. I'm like, y'all gotta chill on that, man. Like, y'all did that after that Rumble. Why are you doing it now? Again. It's like, stop spamming super kicks. But overall, like I said, very, very good match. But there was too many spamming of certain moves. But overall, good match. It felt like a PWG match, but with a better story to go along with it. So that's it. I'm done.